Oh yeah, welcome to the Ambassador Town Hall. It's not the August the 1st, and it's not Town Hall meeting number 59. It's the 60th Town Hall. And who are the ambassadors? Um, the ambassadors of the SingularityNet Ambassador Program is anyone who wants to learn more about the SingularityNet ecosystem and contribute to its growth. What do the ambassadors do? The SNAT community's opportunity to contribute to the growth of the SingularityNet ecosystem. And how do we do it, us ambassadors? We work together in self-organizing work groups and guilds, which are formed to focus on specific projects and areas of activity within the program to facilitate this ecosystem growth. So great to see you here, guys. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to do a little announcement first that the Deep Fund Round 3 is now open. It's if someone could share a link in the chat, that would be amazing. So now we have like a round open until the 3rd of September, in which anyone can propose a proposal on the Sway platform. We have 5 pools, which I'll just share with you a few details for anyone that's not familiar already. Yeah, cool. So this is round 3. There's basically 5 pools. In round 3, we have new projects, which is available award of 750,000. Ideation is 50,000. Marketing is 50,000, and tooling is 150,000. And then this round, there's a new pool for requests for proposals. And this is where the Deep Funding SingularityNet Foundation has specified things that they would like to be developed. So you can specifically apply to those. Yeah, we welcome any of you guys to get involved. You don't need to propose to be part of this round. You can also contribute on the platform to people's proposals, to give feedback, and to also when it comes to voting later on. So now I'll go back to sharing screen, and we shall go a bit through the work groups of the program. So we have a few questions that I'm gonna go through each guild or work group. A little summary. We'll have like 3 to 4 minutes for each part. The first question will be, what has the group done this week? What will the group do next? And how can you guys, the community, get involved? So first we have Process Guild, which happens on Tuesdays after this one at 19 UTC. Tivo from the community is usually facilitating this and a few other meetings. I'm not sure if it's this week. If someone could read a summary of the meeting summary about Process Guild, or if someone would like to give a little update, that would be amazing.
As far as I remember, Fly, they didn't meet last week because Tivo's on holiday, and I think he still is.
Yes, that's great. Nice. And so we shall not do the questions for Tivo since he's not here. But if you tune in next week, he will be back by then. So the second group we have is Archival Work Group, which meets on Wednesdays, 13 UTC bi-weekly. And if I'm not mistaken, Vanny, there's one
is we keep a record of the meetings of the ambassadors work group, and through that we keep a record of who we are as a community. It's our history, basically. Now, in our meetings we use a GitHub board, so you can, I'm just sticking a link in the chat to the GitHub board, so you can always keep an eye on what we're doing and find out what we're up to by looking at the tasks on that. At our last meeting, we looked in quite a bit of detail about how we decide when a task on our board can be considered finished and ready to be closed. Particularly, when do we deem that a month of meetings is archived and can be finished? If we haven't had meeting summaries from some meetings, how long do we chase them before writing it off? So that was quite an interesting discussion. If you want to get involved, we do work on GitHub. So if you don't have a GitHub account and you feel like you need a bit of help to set one up, feel free to DM me on Telegram. That's my Telegram handle in the chat there. And yeah, the next meeting is tomorrow at 1300 UTC, as Fly said. It's on the calendar. And for anybody who doesn't have a link to the calendar, there it is. And you'll find the Zoom link in there. And one of the things we'll be looking at tomorrow is looking at the guidance notes that we give to workgroup leads on how to write a meeting summary, what they should include, what they shouldn't include. Everyone's got their own style, so we don't want to be too prescriptive, but we do want something that is eventually going to be searchable and usable by LLMs. So we're trying to use things that are mainly text-based. And people have been doing it as they will for a little while, and we think now it's time to learn from what everybody has done and come up with some templates. So yeah, if you're interested in that, we'd love to see you.
Yeah, that's amazing. So for anyone who wants to get involved in Archive, it's Callie from Oron is the Discord name you need to get in touch with. Thanks so much. We have the D-Work PBL work group, which also meets Wednesday bi-weekly at 13 UTC. This isn't happening this week. Process modeling workshop happens Wednesday at 15 UTC. Strategy and incubation is a 2-hour slot, recently taken over as incubation, that happens at 19 UTC. Crandano, would you like to give a little bit of an introduction on incubation?
Yes. Incubation moving forward, we want to do things like have interviews with people, Q&As, have people bring up what they're working on in the space, and then have a discussion with the group about those interviews. In the past, incubation's kind of just been a spot where we've been ideating on the overall ambassador program. 2 weeks ago, we had Grace Rachmani on and interviewed her. So last week, we mostly just summarized that meeting, and then we dived in a bit about the document that Peter had started, which was about roles and levels within the ambassador program, which is an ongoing conversation right now.
Nice. How can people get involved in incubation going forward?
Well, we've been ideating on some tasks. There's some tasks up on the D-Work for future meetings. We thought it'd be cool to have somebody take notes, and there's a couple of other tasks. What do you think right now how people could get involved? It's been Fly and I running incubation.
Yeah, since we recently shifted format, we're going more into a kind of broadcasting route, where we're looking at, for instance, using other platforms to present the content that happens in incubation, possibly building out kind of a little name or brand or some kind of thing that we can help distribute information around the ecosystem. So as we go into this like broadcasting direction, I think there's definitely possibility for content creators to get involved, and there's some arbitrary tasks like meeting notes and things but also general involvement, participation, your questions when we have guests is really appreciated. And if you have any people that you are inspired by and want to learn from, you can suggest them to be participants. You can suggest them to be a guest in the incubation going forwards. So feel free to share all this in the incubation work group channel. Would Head Elf like to go through a bit of strategy to introduce it at the moment?
Thank you. Yeah, we're doing a lot of evolving in the ambassador program, and a big part of it is reaching out. Incubation and strategy has a very good relationship. They're looking to evolve into something a little bit more than just ideation. And I had indicated when I first started in this that 6 months was the most I wanted to do in strategy, and if we didn't work things out, it was time for me to get off the horse, so to speak. So July 26th was the last pure incubation strategy meeting, and as Fly indicated, or Cran, we brought up the process of developing roles and names and levels for ambassadors. We've been very much inward looking, and we want to continue with that as structure building, marketing, etc. But we also want to start looking outwards. Last week, August 1st, the ambassador only work group on Tuesdays was renamed to leadership. We had a meeting which basically our boss, Peter, and he's not a boss, and he'll yell at me for calling him a boss, and he's on vacation. He led the role, and we had a meeting about the ambassador roles, incentives, the document that's ongoing being worked on about roles, and ambassador renewals, and how to, if needed, strip a role away from an ambassador, which will continue, I think, the leadership meetings as we look at developing a roundtable code of ethics and a document that Felix had begun work on that did come out of incubation strategy, and it's the governance work document. To get involved, leadership, we have no rules per se, but we do prefer people that know the ins and outs of the history of the ambassador program, and or have expertise from other ecosystems. We're very welcoming, and we try to get things done occasionally. So join us on Tuesday mornings in leadership if you're interested. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks. And there's some, on this point, there's some documents which are sometimes shared on the ambassadors only, or on the ambassadors general channel, as well as in sub work groups. When they're shared publicly, it's usually an invitation for anyone who wants to contribute to read the document, give feedback, and this is kind of like I guess one of the real ways you can help enable this community, engaging in the discussion, contributing to the documents, is already appreciated. Nice. We have Treasury Guild, which meets on Thursday at 15:30 UTC. Is someone from Treasury here that could give us a bit of a lowdown? Let me look through. No Thibaut, he leads this, and no Andre. So we shall be moving on.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to meet this week either, last I knew. I'll check to make sure, and I'll post in chat to confirm.
Nice. Ugh. Is my slide frozen to you guys?
Looks okay.
Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, great. We have the next is onboarding work group, which happens at 13 UTC on Thursday. Sukran or Vani, would you like to give an introduction?
Hello, everyone. Great to see new faces here today. So the onboarding work group is a dedicated work group for onboarding new members into the program. And just as Fly has said, we hold our meetings on Thursdays for 13 UTC. A brief update of what we've done so far in the past week. We were able to get the new email out to applicants and invite them to Discord, into the program, and also to join today's meeting. And as you can see, we have some new members amongst us today. We'll also be holding an onboarding session this Thursday for all new members. You're welcome to join us, ask your questions, and just generally hang out with us.
Yeah, nice. So this Thursday is a meeting where all of the community can attend for onboarding. It's not kind of a internal process workshop.
Yeah, everybody can attend.
Nice. That's amazing. Next we have the AI sandbox, which happens Thursday 18 UTC. Last week there was a session, so this week there will not be. To introduce a little bit about the AI sandbox, it's kind of, let's call it a little research arm of the ambassador program that tries to sandbox, to experiment, to play with AI as it is able to be used today. There's a channel which is used for sharing some prompting, some knowledge, some interesting things. So the goal of AI Sandbox is really to be a kind of a hub, a channel, a place where we can chat about what's happening with AI, share the knowledge which we're using, for instance, prompting or interesting topics, articles that you come across. So I welcome anyone to kind of contribute on the channel, share what they're up to, share what they're interested in with AI. And we shall see you next Thursday at 18 UTC. Next, we have Writers Work Group, which happens on Friday at 14 UTC. I would love Kenichi to give us a little update, share a little introduction, and how we can get involved as community members.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, and thanks for hosting, Fly. So, yes, the Writers Work Group meets Friday, 14 UT3 every week, and it's just a group of content creators and community, enthusiasts that would like to write for the community based on from their own personal perspectives on interesting topics or whatever piques their own interest within the AI and the blockchain ecosystem and Singularity at large, with other projects too. That will be our sister project and other stuff like that. And also, community members are allowed to generate their own personal content. We also do a lot of extrapolation of data or content from videos. It's something we've been trying recently, just in the past couple of weeks. And we are super excited to have new members join. We have a few already that have reached out and trying to onboard them, sent out the tests. So we have a content editing test that each writer or each scribbler would have to take before they get the role and the tag on Discord. And the meeting is technically, anyone can actually join the meeting if they are interested to learn more about joining, or they have work or anything they would like to add, or contributions or suggestions they would like to make. That would be, really appreciated. Basically, we spend most of our meetings ideating and thinking of how to make our, to streamline. our Twitter. So if you're interested in that, please do reach out. This past week, we decided to focus on a contribution system that would help sustain the scribbler and the scribe role moving forward. And we are still thinking and ideating on it. Also, we have a few fixed tasks now that will be recurring, so people can always pick that up and they'll be, up regardless of community generated content. And also we have, I think, let me just check our last summary. Okay, yes. We are currently shifting to Mindplex. I don't know if you're familiar with that as a new member or someone listening to this for the first time. But Mindplex is a project in our ecosystem. It's under the Singularity umbrella. They have a website where we can post content and regardless of whatever you are interested in. And it's really nice, and we are looking for ways to engage over there too. So we have content going on for that too, and we have been ideating over how to put content there for about 2 weeks now. So please, if you join our meeting this Friday, really appreciate it. That's all for me.
Yeah, nice. As you guys may have noticed, any first timers around the community, writers and video have a private channel on Discord. This is for onboarded people into the work group. This is because content is shared that's not yet published or publishable. So this is the reason why there's kind of only the participants of the work group can enter that channel and engage in the discussions and content creation there. However, yeah, as Kenichi said, anyone is welcome to attend the writers work group meeting. Nice. And the onboarding task is this editing task. If you could share it in the chat, Kenichi, that would be amazing. Whilst we throw it over to video work group, which is happening each Friday at 15 UTC. Do we have anyone from video
Yep.
work group around? Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you...
Nice. So yeah, Friday 15 UTC, video work group. Usually we do the meeting at that time. Yeah, what is the video work group? So kind of as the name tells, we do everything video related. We create videos, we clip down long format content, we manage and share stuff on video social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that. So if you want to get involved, as Fly already mentioned, we are a closed work group. But if you see any clips, let's say task, and if you contribute to that task and your contribution is accepted, you're automatically a member of the work group. But generally, if you have any questions about it, you can just tag me or any of the members in the general chat channel, and we will answer your questions gladly. Yeah. So last week, what have we done last week? So we, I think we had 2 tasks for clips that were accepted. These clips are already on social media. You can see them there. They're being shared every day by mainly by Agus, who's managing our social media. This week, we're also looking forward to finish 1 task or 2 for clips as well. We're looking forward to do a quarterly video for the quarterly update of the SingularityNet ecosystem. And yeah, that's about it. If you're interested or if you would like to get in touch, there is the Friday meeting, 15 UTC, or the Discord chat.
So to get involved in a video work group, is there a task that needs to be completed before?
There is no specific task. So what we do is there is some tasks that get published from time to time about making clips, and if you contribute to those tasks, you will get accepted, or you get in basically.
Nice. Is
Yeah.
that just as a video creator or also as a contributor in terms of feedback or sound or something?
As a video creator, with you can, well, to be honest, there is no other. For example, you can be like a script writer or something, but then I would say getting involved in writers' workgroup is more befitted, and then we can work with the writers' workgroup in collaboration to make some videos. But if you're not a video editor or something similar, I don't know how you can actually act.
Nice.
But again, if you have any question, maybe we can even improve the process. I mean, if anyone is interested in a specific thing, they can reach out and we can see what goes from how it goes from.
That's great. So anyone interested can contact you directly, Roha?
Yes, actually, a couple of people already did, like yesterday. But yeah, great. If you're interested, reach out, whether in the general message or in the DMs. It's up to you, but yeah.
Great. Well, that sums up our work group catch up for the past week. Thanks for staying so far. Now the plan is to have a open round for any discussions or questions that you guys have, and to enable you guys, especially for the people coming for the first or second or third time, to introduce yourselves if you would like to. So yeah, the doors are open.
Don't everybody rush up at once. Hi, I'm Tommy Fry, first-time listener, long-time lurker. I'm the senior of the group. I live in way upstate New York in the United States against Lake Champlain, and my son got me into this group. So it's a great group, and we're all looking to get to know you. So say hello, say something. Don't leave Fly up on the stage by himself.
Not particularly, I guess. Nice contribution, but maybe it's a nice point to introduce a few of the ambassadors that are already kind of in the community. I'm Fly. Fly you fools. Named after Lord of the Rings when Gandalf is falling down. There's a story behind that. I can share it at some other point. I am a creative for many years, and I came into the community just around the end of last year. And I've been having fun with the guys here, initiating work groups, guilds, having fun creating the structures and content. Working a lot with Cran, the robot guy over here. Maybe I can throw it over to him to introduce himself.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Cran here. I've been in the SingularityNet ambassador program for quite a while now, and especially this year, we've been working on hashing everything out and the foundation of it. Yeah, it's really built around people's ideas. So if anybody has any ideas, I know Sukrin mentioned that some people were interested in infographics. So maybe that needs a work group, or maybe somebody can ideate a competition that we could have on D-Work for the month. But yeah, any ideas that people have, throw them out there. I haven't really seen anybody have an idea in the program and it just gets totally turned down. I think everybody's interested in helping spawn new ideas and experiment a little bit.
Yeah, very nice point. And it's a good reminder about this kind of self-organizing nature, which is a kind of really different way to interact with things, how we're brought up to, how we're taught, how we're conditioned to in this community. If there's a problem or a thing that's not being done, and you can't you don't know who to talk to, you can't find someone who's doing it, then perhaps this is your calling, and this is your way that you can kind of help us develop this emergent behavior, emergent community. Yeah. Would anyone else like to say something, or perhaps you can introduce yourself, or you can also, if you have a question for the community, perhaps a question that you're thinking about with AI right now. Aha, we have Judith and we have Richard. Throw it over to them.
Hey, earlier you said about guest speakers, and I'm not sure if I understood everything correctly because I was cooking dinner. You said about guest speakers. Is that guest speakers that are in the SingularityNet kind of network already, or are we talking any kind of guest speakers that have to do anything with AI? So
Yes, the people in the ecosystem, and also the people that you're inspired by outside our community, outside the SingularityNet ecosystem. One of the aims of incubation is to really bring in the best thoughts, the best ideas into this program, and eventually outwards again. We consider, that we just want experts in their field that can help us, yes, with AI, but also in our ecosystem, the SingularityNet ecosystem, I guess the community are dealing with this cooperation layer, which is in a way, different from that infrastructure, but is really necessary. So any suggestions you have about people you're inspired by who are in around this space with AI, with governance, even with content creation. Yeah.
And that was for incubation, right? Was that
Yeah.
incubation good?
Yes.
And how many participants, like how many listeners are there usually? So just that I can give them an idea.
I think for the past few weeks, between 5 and 10.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes a
So
bit more.
it's a
Quite
really
small.
personalized conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Really personal.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so-
Love it.
yeah, great. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. And Richard, did you have your hand up?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Sure. Okay, I think it's actually my first time attending. Or I think it's my first time actually, because I got the mail that was like, I think yesterday. And I would actually love to know my way around, and I'm still trying to do the onboarding tax at the moment. And so I actually love to get like a brief overview of what we're supposed to do. And I think I could join in late, sorry for that's my fault. So I actually love to get a brief overview of what we're supposed to be doing, what you guys actually expect from us, and so we know how to give in the best of our services to push forward and get more awareness.
Nice, man. Welcome. I'm not sure if you finished with a question, or I perhaps didn't catch that as a question. But yeah, welcome, brother.
Yeah, I think he was asking how he was going to get through with the tax, the introduction tax, and then contribute, the next steps to contribute to the program. That was his question.
That's great. Answered by our onboarding specialist, Sukrin Spice. Sukrin, do you have any thoughts on this?
So yeah, Richard, in the email, you have some steps you need to follow to join the Discord. You do the introduction tax and DWORK. It's basically for you to introduce yourself and then submit a Cardano wallet address. That's wallet's address is where your rewards will be sent to in the future. And then the next thing you need to do is to identify a work group you would like to join, and then just go to the work group, introduce yourself there, and then the work group lead will take it from there. So that's basically it. If you have further questions, you can reach out to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
okay, because I actually read from the onboarding tax on the work that okay, after like okay, I actually compared the last compare a list of my previous jobs and my recent jobs actually. So I was about 40 before I actually had to jump into the meeting. So and for the wallet in specific, which wallet would you recommend for that? Because I'm not actually way more familiar with the Cardano blockchain. I just used it from just 1 or 2 times at the moment.
Okay. Right. You can use Ethnel, Cardano wallet address. In the DWOC tax, that tax, if you click on view more, you will see where you're asked to submit a wallet address. And now there's a form there where you do that. If you get into the form, at the top, the header there, you'll see a step-by-step guide on how to create a Cardano wallet address. And that's on Ethnel. It's very easy for you to do that. Just within 5 minutes, you're done.
That's right. All right. Thank you.
Cool, man. Nice. Any questions, you can reach out to Sukran. We have Walter. Question.
Hi, my name is Walter. I'm a very recent arrival for 2 weeks now. So my background comes from having been more into DAOs. So there are some aspects of that. As a result, I'm very familiar with bifurcating structures and onboarding and so on. But I'm also potentially gonna continue more in deep funding. Meanwhile, say hello, and otherwise I'll catch everybody in respective meetings. Oh, I do have a request to the media folks, is that if you are not planning to have a meeting, to post it, because if the getting started lists your meeting and then somebody shows up and it's not there, it's rather off-putting to recent arrivals.
That's great feedback, Walter. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good reminder. Nice. Okay. KV. Got your hand up? Welcome. If you're trying to speak, you're still muted, by the way.
All right. Good day, everyone. New
Okay,
year.
hey.
New year. I was accepted yesterday into the program. But I have a question.
Yeah, of course. Fire away, dude.
One of the, how would I put it? From what I heard in the meeting, to set up a Cardano wallet was all listed in the the document. That's where you're going to submit your wallet address. What if you already sent your Binance Cardano wallet address? Is there any issue with that?
No, I don't think so. You can use pretty much any wallet provider. That doesn't make a difference at all. It's just whatever you prefer. Cool.
Yeah, I think he said he submitted his Binance wallet address. That's an exchange,
Ah,
right?
okay. It needs to be, yes. That's
Yeah.
thanks, Sukran. Yeah, it needs to be like a native Cardano wallet. It can't be an exchange account. Yeah.
Is my
Okay.
anyway,
So Onyeka, Onyeka, you need to have Cardano wallet address, and like I said, we recommend Ethnel, and there's URI and other good ones out there. So, but in the tax,
it's not Binance, it's Trust Wallet. Sorry.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah. As long as it has that Cardano.
Yes.
but we recommend you having a Cardano, native Cardano wallet. So
Okay.
it would be good for
So
you to have
if I
one. Yeah.
create another one, how can I change? How can I resubmit
Okay.
it?
Yeah, you can resubmit it, and then in the Treasury Guild channel, if it's, I don't know, I think you have to say it there that you made a change or something like that, so they can capture it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
It's good to have you guys.
Great to have you too.
Nice, man. Welcome. Cool. We have a few lingering hands. One from Water, one from KV. Don't know if you want to say anything now, KV. Take that as a NARP. Cool. So what's going on in the community, the SingularityNet Ambassador Program? What open topics do we have that we're currently wrestling within the program? Would any experienced community members like to share? Nice. Thanks for the links, Stephen. Cool. All right. Does anyone have any open topics or things they would like to discuss in the last 10 minutes of the meeting?
I have an initiative. So the Medium channel only has 15 followers, and we have 23 participants. I propose we find out, this group alone right now, how much we can increase 15. I think it's going to be 16 shortly as I click it. And so let's do it. The link is, Kinichi posted the link.
Yeah, that's a great call to action. If anyone can, I'm going to do it now, to follow.
Is Rojo still in the house? Rojo, are you there? I was just wondering if we couldn't get Agus, since he's doing the social media management. I know it's just for the video group, but if we couldn't get him involved in trying to start a social campaign to increase our Medium readership and membership, that would be good. And Waka, you just made us increase by 27% or something like that.
That's great. Actually, Waka Water, you had a very nice idea when we spoke last week. Your idea was to have these kind of speed dating meetings between community members. I thought that was a very interesting idea. What do you guys think about this?
My wife of 45 years does not approve of me going to speed dating meetings. I'm sorry.
Let's give a little context. The idea is to have a speed, let's call it speed meeting between community members in the ambassador program. That's all of you guys, to enable these kind of one-on-one conversations, to learn about each other, to develop connections, collaborations in the future. Is that something you guys are interested in?
I'm interested. Fully interested.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be great.
Sweet. Okay. We have another hand. Nubi.
Thank you. I don't know if it's rude to ask, but please, I just wanted to know the reward structure for the ambassadors.
Yes, the work structure for the ambassadors.
Reward structure.
Reward structure. Yes. You would like to know about the reward structure for tasks? Yeah. Would someone from the community like to share a little bit what's going on right now? I think this hot topic. Adolf, I see you putting on your red glasses.
Interesting, because we are self-organizing, self-governance, and it's frustrating at times, especially when you come from other ecosystems and or legacy business like I did in Wall Street. So originally there were 7 ambassadors based on five people that kind of ran the program for about a year. And then 7 ambassadors were voted in, and a little while later, 4 more ambassadors were voted in with the same pay scale, which was like $4,400 a month. We realized, according to the budget from SingularityNet, which started this ambassador program, basically said, "Hey, here's a budget. Go create a program. No rules. No, it's the wild, wild west, so to speak." And fortunately, those 4 or 5 people, and I wasn't one of them, have ethics and really did a good job in setting this infrastructure up. So in the beginning, the end of second quarter going into this third quarter, we restructured the budget. The 11 ambassadors took a major haircut down to about $700 a month. And I'm talking AGIX, which is about 22 cents on the dollar right now. So we're not getting rich. If getting rich is your only thing here, it might not be a good one. Now saying that, what we did is reorganized into what we call FRs, and they're fund requests. And once you become an ambassador and you get a little trust, and we're working on that right now, you can essentially write whatever fund request you want to start a project or a work group or ideate a concept within reasons. We have breaks on that. We do have guardrails on that. $10 an hour is typically what's bandied about, yet a lot of people think that it should be based on what is accomplished. No one's fighting that argument. We're very give and give and give. But we do have those breaks. Keep that in mind. So the pay structure, the reward structure, I think it was Onika who had asked that. I may be wrong. You can come in and you can do translations at the base, roughly $10 an hour. But if it takes you 5 minutes, it's still $10 is typically what the structure is. If you become a veteran translator, I think you get a little bit more. If you're doing videos, I think that's upwards of $100, 100 AGIX a vid, depending on what you're doing. If you're cutting clips, it's less. Kenichi's in the house, so he can answer what writers are doing currently. But think roughly 10 USD per hour converted to AGIX. But every rule has an exception. It's what you request for your project. So think of us as a mini seed fund, so to speak, to get you up and doing something in the community or in AI. If you have bigger ideas, go to Deep Funding, which just started. And there you can get a grant for ideation that will bring to a higher level programming. AI always, we want to have that involved. You can do marketing. You can get up to, I think it's 5,000 AGIX for a marketing budget to help build out the program. So there's a lot of different structures depending on how you want to grow, build your reputation, how you get known, and what you want to do. We're very, very open to, I'd say, almost anything, except speed dating.
Nice, thanks, head of. Sisal says in the chat, my last 1 minute clip took 5 hours, still only $10. That's fine. And this is something which, a conversation that's been going on for a long time, rewarding contributions, and basically a month ago, we shifted from trying to oversee this process and trying to create a structure for the program to delegating this power, this responsibility to guild and work group leads. This is in the spirit of kind of experimentation, exploration. And so, yes, these things are very open. We're very open to change. And for me, it's much more interesting to have a conversation with someone who I disagree with rather than someone I agree with. And we need to go through the hard things in this community and to facilitate that. So any disagreements you have, any thoughts, this is what we're here to do. We're not here to agree. We're here to create a decentralized community. Nice. We are 2 minutes over. I'll just throw it open to anyone to say some last words before we wrap up.
We're on our next challenge. We're clapping and commenting on the latest Medium post. The link is in the chat, and yes, you can clap 50. Do not just press that button. Let's see what we can do. The starting point is 88 clap and 0 comment. Let's see what we can do here.
That's great stuff, Walter. Anyone else? Any more for any more? Cool. All right. So we had a little game at the start of the meeting. And so we shall take a look over and take a look, see which are the winners, and we'll reach out to you. Once again, thank you so much for coming to the SingularityNet Ambassador Program Town Hall. Pow! So good to see you all here, really. Such a pleasure. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or any of the other community members here. Head Elf, Grandano, Stephen, Kenichi, Sukran. And we shall see you when we see you.
Great job, and thank you for hosting. You did a phenomenal. I'm going to recommend to Peter that he stays on vacation longer. And
It's the prizes, isn't it? It's the prizes, yeah.
it is.
Second that motion.
Yeah, thanks for hosting, Flyers. Great job.
No worries, guys. It's such a pleasure.
As Alex keeps saying, gamify it, make it fun.
That's great stuff. All right.
Thanks, Fly.
See you in the
Great
morning.
meeting.
Cheers.
Bye.
Nice one.
Yay.